if you've tuned into any of these live streams before, you've heard me mention that my dad, Reed Whitaker, served in World War II. He was a B-24 bomber pilot, but he didn't talk about it a lot when I was growing up. When I was a little kid, I was just this little kid wearing footsie pajamas and asking people to read to me. And my dad was just this very good dad, but he was just the math teacher at the local high school, and I didn't realize. I knew that he'd served in World War II. I knew that he'd been a pilot, but he just didn't talk about those stories very much. And it wasn't until many years later that he began to share these experiences that he had. And some of them I didn't find out about until just, shortly before he passed away at the age of 92. So for me to be able to share experiences about people like my dad and those who served patriotically and courageously during World War II, I'm grateful to be able to do that. Of course, Helmut Hubner and the resistance fighters in Nazi Germany, those stories are so compelling because they stood up for truth. But it goes without saying that they weren't the only ones who stood up for truth, and that there were a lot of really courageous young men and women who volunteered and fought in World War II. It seems to me that the meaning of the flag has kind of been hijacked by the extremes on both sides. But I think it's important to remember that what that flag stands for transcends party politics. I am so grateful for those who lived and died for what our flag represents. And I know that it's stars and stripes on fabric, and it's not the actual flag itself. It's what it stands for. It's the meaning behind those stars and stripes. I think that's so important to remember. So I say unashamedly, God bless America.